Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on into your Boulevard home game of the week here on the Fan Sports Network. Caden Formaster, Max Christensen with you here as we are getting underway. Kickoff here at Pineview High School. Some technical difficulties getting us kicking off a little bit later here, but that's all good. We're happy to be with you on the Fan Sports Network and at Pineview High School, bringing you tonight's coverage of local sports. Max, hey.
How you doing, sir?
Is this your first game of the season?
First game of the year. Back on the microphone. We're excited to be here, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we are here broadcasting live from the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth with you this evening. The Cedar Reds, the Pineview Panthers, and the Cedar Reds taking the kickoff. They'll start things off at the 20-yard line. Starting off in the gun, Jackson Mann, their quarterback. They'll take it up the middle. And a couple of yards gained, give them 3, make it 2nd and 7. We'll continue on.
Yeah, good job by the Panthers being stout by the run there. It's a balmy 102 out here in sunny St. George today, and it's probably 112 down on the field right now, usually at about 10 to 15 degrees when you're down on the turf.
Yeah, definitely as you say, a balmy day. It's a warm one here in southern Utah, warm, as always. Last week, not so much. Last week we had some rain coming through here, so we didn't have some games here that were too hot. As looking to pass, man goes to the far side, gets his guy. Then Brinker Hoff will get stopped after only a yard. And that'll be 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, about 3rd and 5 here. See if the Panthers get a stop and force turnover.
Panthers, 3rd and 5 coming up. Defense looking good so far. That was one of the things I noticed in week 1 across Region 9 was defenses could have been a little bit better. A lot of scoring in week 1.
Absolutely, and usually it's the opposite. Usually the defenses are a little ahead of the offenses, but the offenses had the upper hand in week 1, as you said.
So here we go. Snap away, man. Look at the pass. He's got time. He's looking deep, and nobody's home but the receiver, Hunter Burgess, at the 20, at the 10, and it's a Cedar touchdown to get things rolling early.
You always want to be able to take advantage of a blown coverage of a guy.
What a way indeed. Things getting rolling early for the Cedar Reds on that bomb downfield. Fantastic way to start this game. Getting ready to go for the extra point. We got a lefty kicker out there. And the kick is up. It is good. And we're rocking and rolling early with a quick 7-0. We'll keep it locked in right here for a moment. Want to say thank you to those of you tuning in. Again, apologies for starting a little bit later, but we made it to you nevertheless. And, yeah, we're excited for the game tonight. Pineview, Cedar, both of these teams coming off wins in week 1. In fact, Cedar coming off of a state final the last time that the Cedar Reds lost a game.
So they're used to coming out and doing things like this to teams.
Yeah, especially, looking at the run, now that they moved down to 3A, a little bit more of a formidable opponent to those in 3A. But listen, they're still pretty tough for these 4A teams as well. So we'll see how they fare tonight against Pineview, obviously getting on the board early.
Number 3, Harris Horton. Pineview High School.
Couple guys back to receive for the Panthers. Harris Orton as one of them. Now, I will say across the board for Pineview, you're going to be finding a lot of these guys as underclassmen. Okay. Orton, just a 10th grader.
Wow.
We got some freshmen out there that are going to be getting a lot of starting minutes as well. So a lot of underclassmen here for this Pineview roster. We'll see how they fare. And this one will be picked up at the 1-yard line, taking it right through the middle, looking for some blocks, gets it past about the 15, trying to fall forward to gain a little bit more, and they will set up at the 20. So this Panther offense, what can they do? They were pretty solid against Manti last week, 4 passing touchdowns for Coy Doman, their sophomore QB. Punting game has been solid as well. Max Yoakum leads in both reception and reception and rushing yards. And we got 2 split on either side. Dumping it off into the flat. Pushing it forward is Max Buchanan, I believe. Or excuse me, that was William Hatch for the Panthers.
It's always interesting how teams use swing passes, quick passes. Some people use them as pure passes. Other teams as extension of the run game. That was a pretty good pickup there by Pineview.
Here we go, 2nd and 5. Looking to pass again. Gets Russell Jacobs, who stays on his feet, pushing forward, and it's enough for a fabulous Freddy's first down.
Pretty impressive there by Jacobs. He got hit 2 or 3 yards behind that first down marker, kept his feet turning, the whistle didn't blow, and he's able to fall forward for a first down.
So it's a good start indeed. How do they keep it rolling here? On the snap, the rush, trying to push through, spinning around. Hatch picks up about 3. And that'll be 2nd down, 7 to go. On 2nd down, looking to pass. Through the middle of the field, wide open, it's caught. Buchanan, he's going to take it to the house, and the Pineview Panthers answer back.
We might have a barn burner on our hands here. 2 long touchdowns to start the game. One by Cedar and answered by Pineview. Looking to tie this game at 7 apiece. And we're not even 2 minutes into the first quarter.
Checking it out here on the Holbrook Asphalt replay. Led him perfectly. Great pass from Doman. And turning on the Jets, making sure that defender who's right on your tail doesn't get to you. That's a big move right there from the young man. Scoring the touchdown, getting 6 on the board here for the Panthers. Jacobs. How about double lefties on the kickers, huh? Down, and it is through the uprights. We've got ourselves a tied game here, just like that. With only a few minutes ticking away here in the first, 7-7. We will take a timeout and come back at you with more from Pineview High School right after this here on The Fan.
Wait for a convenient time, and neither should you. I'm Dr. Steve Larson with Desert Pain Specialists. We provide expert pain care without the long wait. Same-day appointments are available and no referral is needed. Relief starts today.
Back here at Pineview High School. Coming back after the quick break. Internet connection here is not fantastic. I know our stream's kind of in and out, so apologies for the poor connection there. Hopefully we can remedy that sooner than later. But every so often we get that notification that the stream's okay, the connection's okay. It just it's kind of in and out. Apparently the internet here at Pineview High School is just okay.
Hey, that's all right. Got to battle through up here like they're battling down on the field.
That's right. Kick is away, and that goes all the way out of the end zone. So we start back again. What's it going to look like here on this drive? We've already got 2 opening drives from both of these teams that have led to scores. Early lead now, as we say, 7-7. Man, these guys are cooking.
Yeah, you got to think the secondary for both teams has got to be looking at themselves in the mirror being like, hey, one of us has to get a stop. 2 long touchdowns given up through the air. Let's see if these DBs can turn around.
On first down. Cedar Reds already moving the football well. Looking handoff, taking it through the middle. Stacked up. Not much there, only a couple yards. It's only a couple yards gained, 2nd down. Max, we've got some Utah Tech football coming up on the Fan here shortly that I know you're going to be a part of.
Yes, start next Saturday.
Next Saturday, can you believe it? We've got the reigning champs in town at Greater Zion Stadium.
Yeah, once again, Montana State coming to town.
Another handoff and a broken tackle led all the way down to a gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, really good blocks up front by that Cedar offensive line. Good, tough run. 3rd and short is always where you want to be as an offense. Efficiency.
Now you played the good game. What position did you play?
I played a defensive end in high school.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was a pass rusher, sack guy.
There you go. Put a receiver in motion. Snap is away, looking for a handoff up the middle, and they're going to gain it. 1st down for the Reds again. And Braxton DeMille, the running back here for the Reds, was phenomenal last week as well. He's our Findlay Subaru Star Watch. Just a phenomenal back there for the Cedar Reds.
I was going to say, he looks pretty stout, looks pretty hard to tackle. Got some big, strong legs, be able to run through some tackles. And the offensive line, again, doing a good job making just enough room up front for him to squeak through some holes.
Braxton DeMille, our Philly Subaru Star Watch for the Reds, and Max Yoakum as well for the Pineview Panthers. Here's a snap on a run again, and this time not going to really get much. And trying to stay on his feet there was Owen Burton. But not much room to run. So 2nd and 9 after only 1 yard gain. Now, for those of you who are just joining us and haven't heard what went on earlier today, we had ourselves linked up with a bunch of our great sponsors, Findlay Subaru, Texas Roadhouse, of course, and many more to bring the Pep Rally pit stops. This is over in the flat on a screen play, looking for some blocks, not finding many, only gaining a yard. So we went over there. We had they're doing a fundraiser. If you go over to Texas Roadhouse tonight, 10% of the proceeds from Texas Roadhouse is just from dining there are going to go to Cedar High School tonight, which is awesome. A nice little fundraiser doing. Wednesday we'll be back over there in support of Pineview. So for you Pineview fans, if you want to support, Wednesday night, come on over to Texas Roadhouse. We're going to be there broadcasting live and everything. It's going to be a fun time. So come stop on by.
Go get some rolls with honey butter.
We have some right there. We have some in the studio.
There you go.
Pushing it forward, gaining a couple yards. It'll be 3rd down. We've got the booth cam. Let's take a look here. I got to show you guys this here quickly on the booth cam. Did you see that? Look, we got rally towels. Cedar Reds rally towel for us here. We'll have a Pineview one next week. So
that's
how
pretty
about
sweet.
that? Yeah.
The booth cam's pretty cool too.
Yeah, we got the booth cam. 3rd down, this Pineview defense has had their back against the wall on 3rd downs. Last time it led to a touchdown. What will happen here? Snap away, and they're going to go on the run, and that'll be a 1st down to Mill. Taking it out of bounds near the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, DeMille and Cedar, it looks like they're going to stay dedicated to the run game tonight, no matter what. I mean, that was a 3rd and 5+, which usually, again, as a former defensive lineman, you're expecting a pass play, but for them to go with a run, get a 1st down, tells you the confidence that they have in DeMille and in that offensive line up front to get it done.
So, again, fresh set of downs. 1st down brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's. Check out their 2 locations here in southern Utah. On 1st and 10. Tight formation, 2 receivers out. They'll go hand off to DeMille. DeMille hops over one, evades a couple, and gets all the way down near the 26-yard line. It seems where they're going to mark him. Good run by DeMille.
Anytime you get 6, 7, 8 yards to carry, especially on 1st down, they're going to keep doing that and doing that and doing that until Pineview decides to line up and stop them. That's just a bread and butter play for these guys.
And they'll take their time here. They've kind of had a bit of a hurry-up offense at times, but it seems like the cadence is hit or miss. Sometimes they want to take their time, get the right play. Other times they're content to get up there and get moving early. On 2nd and short, another handoff to Mill's going to push through. He's wrapped up by a few Panthers, but not before he's getting the 1st down. However, a flag has come out onto the field.
On the far sideline.
It's looking like it's going to be a hold, if I had to guess. They're going to wave it off. How about that?
Wow.
First down, red.
So we move the chains. From land to luxury, check out Red Rock Real Estate. Pretty impressed so far with Cedar establishing both the run and the passing game early. A full dual threat here, not knowing what's coming. They send Burgess in motion. They'll go handoff instead. A flag is out there on the field.
Let's see if they decide to keep this one on.
And this is looking like it's going to back it up. So looked like you had a lineman down there shuffling a little early potentially. Yep, false start is indeed the call. So we'll move it back 5 yards to try again.
If you're a Pineview Panther fan, you're thinking this might throw them off their rhythm a little bit.
So again, this is man. He'll take the snap, keep it himself on play action, toss it off to the side. Solid stop there. Caleb Collins couldn't get moving. Ball came out. Are they going to say he was down or did Cedar recover regardless? And it looks like there's an injured Panther on the field as well.
Yeah, it looks like that is number 55, Monte Elisa. Offensive and defensive lineman down for Pineview. Just a freshman starting on the offensive line for Pineview.
Yeah, again, as I mentioned, there's a lot of underclassmen, especially this freshman class, that are really solid football players. And, of course, you never want to see anybody go down, but your young guys here, you know they have such a bright future. So they want to play in as many football games as they can starting today, right? Varsity football really is where it's at right now for these guys, and they want to get as many reps as they can. And if they're getting them as a freshman, all the better. Very talented guy here for Pineview. As, again, a big key component of their success last year in 8th grade football. And this was a team that was talked about all across southern Utah of how good this 8th grade Pineview team was last year. So just one of a handful of guys in Monte Elisa who is again, a very formidable football player.
Yeah, I hope he's not nicked up too bad, because, again, if you're starting on the offensive line for a varsity team as a freshman, you know how pivotal you are. You know how good you can be. So this kid has a ton of potential to do a lot of really good things here in a Pineview uniform, and hopefully that's not too serious of an injury.
Looks like he already has a brace on that arm, and it looks like that's what he's holding as well. So he'll come off. He's got some coaches with him, and they'll go get checked out and hope for the best for him as the play continues on 2nd and 11. Looking for a Cedar Reds have yet to find themselves not converting a third down. Handoff, trying to take it up the middle, and they'll stop it. Short. Pineview Panthers get the last laugh on third down to make it 4th and 4.
Great job rallying down to the run by this Pineview defense.
Checking it out here on the replay, and again, stopped up short. And so they will bring out the field goal unit, looking for a 31-yarder here. Ball snap, it's down, and it looks to be good, and it is. So the Cedar Reds drop another 3 on the board, 10-7. We'll take a quick one. We'll be back right after this here on the Fan Sports Network.
Wait for a convenient time, and neither should you. I'm Dr. Steve Larson with Desert Pain Specialists. We provide expert pain care without the long wait. Same-day appointments are available and no referral is needed. Relief starts today.
Back at it here on the Fan Sports Network, your Boulevard home game of the week. We want to, of course, thank some of our great local partners that are bringing us high school football this year, like Findlay Subaru, looking for a Findlay Subaru star of the game. For a lot of these Region 9 teams and across the board in Utah, can they figure it out? That's, to me, the big question. Can you figure out the defense? You've got to get there.
Yes.
And as of right now, I would say that the defense is yet to figure it out fully on either side. Pineview Panthers made a stop that led to a field goal. Some good yardage gain there by Cedar leading up to that, but can they do it again? We'll see. Again, lots of scoring going on so far here as we're just starting the second quarter, and now we have a 14-10 ball game with us. So.
And again, if you're a fan watching this game, you love this. You love all the offense. You love all the touchdowns. But if you're a coach on the sideline, you're begging for a stop of some sort. Again, as you said, Pineview got to stop forcing the field goal, but Cedar, you're like, hey, we got to start forcing field goals, and we can't give up a bomb touchdown every single time.
Absolutely. Well, let's see what happens here as the Pineview Panthers getting ready to kick this one away. Setting up shop at the 40-yard line, getting ready to kick it off here. And here we go. Kick is away. And that'll go all the way to the end of the end zone.
Another touchback for the Aquabats.
And so it'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. Cedar Reds back at it again. What can they do this time around here? We're looking at Jackson Manning Company. Again, the reigning champs for 3A, the Cedar Reds. Phenomenal season last year. A lot of seniors that were on that team that have moved on, and some guys coming back up from last year that are trying to take over, and a few names on the Cedar team that are sticking around from their run last year that are trying to keep the momentum alive. Here they are on first down. Look at a pass going off into the flat, getting a block. Not much as he makes it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, really good job rallying down by Pineview, forcing the ball back inside to your friends, being able to rally down and make that tackle.
So we come back at it, 2nd and 10. A lot of life left to live here for both these teams, still early in the game. Again on a 2nd down. Trying to push it through on the ground, and DeMille's not going to get too far. Stacked up quickly by this Pineview defense. That brings up 3rd down, gain of 3, 3rd and long. Good chance here for Pineview to try to go 3 and out.
And it'll be interesting, being down 14-10 on a 3rd and long. Does Cedar choose to run the football as they've done on their last couple of 3rd and longs, or do they decide to put it in the air?
See what they do here. Cedar taking their time as they now step up to the line of scrimmage. Send 2 receivers far, 2 near. And snaps away. Look at a pass going to the near sideline. Nobody home. Incomplete pass, 4th and long. The first punt we will see coming on up.
Yeah, a little bit of communication between Jackson Mann and Nathan Tom there, running a deep hook route, what it looked like. And yeah, that forced the Reds to punt the football away.
Max Yoakum will be back to receive the punt for the Panthers, set up at the 38-yard line. A warm one today in St. George, as always. Still warm out there on the field, of course. Snap rolling out, and it's a line drive of a kick. And they got it fall on top of it there. That was Chase Lefevre chasing after it, and Panthers are going to take over at about the 32. Unbelievable.
I don't know if you can ask for better field position or a better circumstance there on a 4th down punt if you're Pineview than what just happened there. So, again, you said taking over the 32-yard line going in. They've already had 2 big touchdown plays. They could throw into the end zone right now.
Absolutely. Let's see what they do here on 1st and 10. Snap away, look at a pass. Pressure, gets there, and he goes down with a sack. Big time stop. Number 17, Rake Marsh.
Rake Marsh has been doing a pretty good job getting around the edge all.
5. Past the 50, pushing into Pineview territory here, and they're eating away a lot of the clock here as well. 7.5 minutes left to play.
Yeah, this is your class. Yeah, this is your classic 3 yards in a cloud of dust, except it's 3 yards and 6 or 7, or 6 or 7 yards in a cloud of dust for the Cedar Reds.
So 2nd down, about 3 to go. They'll go handoff again. Can't do it 4 times in a row. They'll stop him this time after a gain of only 1. But still, I mean, solid performance here from this run game in the last few plays.
And with a good running game, it sets up a ton. Again, it's 3rd down and 2. You could very well see a play action shot over the top with how well this running game is going. Or again, just straight up the middle. Why not? You're having so much success doing that.
Absolutely. So here we go on 3rd down. Trying to push it through, and how about keeping it himself? The fake. His man takes it all the way down the sideline. Unbelievable. He had me faked. I didn't think man had it, and all of a sudden there he goes, sprinting down the sideline.
Yeah, big time dual threat action by Jackson Mann. Rumbling, stumbling down inside the 5-yard line for the Reds.
Yeah, check it out here again on the replay. So, fakes the handoff. I mean, he got me, and I think part of it was because DeMille stayed on his feet and just kept on going. I thought, oh, man, DeMille just made it through. As Mann's circling all the way around, getting it down for a 1st and goal at the 5. An insane run. Trying to take the lead back into their hands. They started off with the early lead, taking the kickoff all the way downfield, marching it play after play until a long bomb put it in the end zone. And DeMille is going to take it in. After he was the workhorse on this entire drive, they say, here you go, young man, punch it in for us, and he does.
Pretty good and assertive drive by the Reds. We're seeing kind of a contrast of play between Cedar and Pineview tonight. Cedar wants to do a ton of their work on the ground, and Pineview looking to provide the air raid for their offense.
Now looking for the extra point. The snap is away. Ball.
Appliance season at AWP.
Welcome back on in. Pineview High School, your home for tonight's Boulevard Home Game of the Week.
Yes.
Appreciate you joining us.
No.
And the ball's going to go out of bounds off the kickoff. So we'll get back at it here. And football's going to be coming out to the 35-yard line. First and 10 for the Panthers. Again, at the 35 with 6 minutes, 15 seconds left to go here in the first half of play. Already a bunch of scoring, handful of scoring here. Snap away, look at the pass. Caught, somehow caught. What a play that was. Wasn't expecting that to be a catch. I almost thought that might have been a pick, but somehow able to sneak that one away.
Number 7 in white, Noah Bencomo. I thought he was going pick 6 right there, but they were able to sneak that play in for a couple yards. If you're Pineview, you love the fact you got 2 yards on that play.
So we continue on. Looking to pass again up the middle, and it's caught. Stepping back away from the defense. Can he get a block? He does. Down to the 20, still on his feet at the 10, and he's going to go in for a touchdown. All the way through traffic, Russell Jacobs.
Wow. Russell Jacobs so far with the play of the day, avoiding 2 or 3 defenders there down the seam, makes a couple moves, and is able to run down into the end zone. It looks like number 4, Junior Bloomfield Togiai for Cedar, is down at about the 45-yard line.
And there was a flag as well, and that's going to go against the Panthers. There was a block back there. We'll check it out here. Let's check it out here on the replay. Watch out for a block here on this near side around the 45-yard line. It's not that one. It's probably that little push that came in late.
Yeah, fantastic play, but going to be marred by that block in the back. And it looked like the Cedar defender didn't even fall down, but when you put 2 hands in somebody's back and extend your arms, you're going to get that called 9 times out of 10.
So after all of that, after that big play, it comes right on back. Pineview, they were looking at a 63-yard touchdown pass right there that ended up being a penalty that's going to take it the opposite direction. Really unfortunate turn of events for them here. So they'll give them the first down. So based off of where the penalty took place, which again was at about the 45-yard line, they'll call it the 44-yard line. 10-yard penalty from there was still enough to move the chains and get them a first down. No touchdown as that bounces off the hands of Max Yoakum.
A little too much heat, a little too much sauce on that one by Coy Doman.
So he's set up again. Second down, 10 to go. Again, looking to pass, going to the sideline. It's caught. And Buchanan already has 1 touchdown on the day. Solid hands there. Take it to the 48 and into red territory.
Brings up 4th and for shooting 3rd and 4.
Looking to run here, and there is plenty of room for Hatch. He'll take it for a pickup of about maybe 13 or so on this play. Good spot there for the Panthers.
Yeah, good chunk by them there, being able to convert that first down.
Here we go again on 1st and 10. Looking to pass again, dumps it off. No blockers there this time for Hatch. He's going to go down to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Pineview so far has really liked that swing pass. They've done that 5 or 6 times already here in the first half.
So again on 2nd down. Pineview is taking their time. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to play here in the first half. He'll take the snap. And keeping it himself is Yoakum. Little wildcat there. Taking it down for a gain of about 6 with Yoakum. Now, Max Yoakum's brother, Corbin, was fantastic at that play last year. That was kind of one of the bread and butter plays. One of the bread and butter plays of this Pineview Panther team was if you ever saw Big Brother Corbin coming in and standing behind center, you knew that was going to be a little wildcat. He's going to take it and run it himself. They're going to go again. How about Yoakum doing it one more time, trying to follow some blocks, gets those blocks, and he gets a first down to the 20-yard line.
Sometimes you got to be a little creative in your run game. It looks like Pineview's found something that works for him.
Anytime you can move the ball, just do that thing, right? And for the Pineview Panthers, that direct snap seems to be working. This time, quarterback back in. Go hand off to Hatch. Hatch slipped through a shoestring tackle that wasn't there. And it wasn't there. And ended up picking up 6.
6 yards. Picks up 2nd and goal.
Now 2nd down. 4 to go. 3 minutes left to play in the first half. They will take a timeout. Timeout's brought to you by UD and Associates. We'll take one ourselves as well. We'll be back right after this.
Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Concession stand is open down by the ball field. Lots of good things to eat and drink down there. I heard we got Chick-fil-A.
Welcome back on in, everybody, to your Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Pineview Panthers looking at a 2nd and 10. Or excuse me, 2nd and 4, I should say, from the about 16-yard line. Back in the gun, Doman. He's looking for the end zone. Thought he had it, and the receiver thought, hey, maybe someone was holding my arm here. There was no call for any sort of pass interference.
It looks like the far ref threw a flag late there.
Let's check it out here. Let's check out the replay as the officials are looking at it. So here's the snap, looking at it here. Yeah, that should have been a PI for sure. And they are going to call it a pass interference now. So the Pineview Panthers may not get the touchdown. 2 chances at the end zone that have been taken back. Here's 1st and goal. Yocum's going to keep it. Nearly getting tripped up, and he has no help there as about 5 Cedar Reds come in on the tackle.
Yeah, I made the first 2 miss, but when a team rallies down, it's pretty hard to break 6 or 7 different tackles.
Absolutely. So on 2nd and goal, 2nd and now about 7 to the goal line. Again, trying to punch it in. Snap away, looking to pass. Trying to evade some pressure, and does. Rolling away. Does he get to the end zone? No, it is dropped. Couldn't quite get there. Buchanan ready for the play, but couldn't quite get it.
Yeah, I had Buchanan there running open, but just was not able to finish it. Pretty good pressure there by Cedar as well.
Now, there was a flag on the play. They're moving it up. So that one goes against Cedar again. So 2nd down, bringing it a little closer. I was looking at a replay. I didn't catch what the call on the field was. But we play on, snap away, look at a pass. And can't get that one to come in, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. Good defensive stance there to get a hand inside of the ball in the arms and knock it away.
Very good defense. Stockton Street, only a 10th grader for the Cedar Reds.
Again, this is now 3rd down, about 2 minutes left to go. They're taking their time down there. I'm not sure what the officials want to talk about, but they're getting a little chatty down there. And they say, all right, third down, play on. Looking to pass for the end zone. He's there. That's a touchdown for the Pineview Panthers. Number 19, Stephen Robbins, coming on in to make the play.
Again, Pineview finding success through the air. That's kind of what they want to focus on tonight. Cedar on the ground, Pineview through the air. Both have been pretty effective up to this point.
Extra point coming in. We'll take a quick look here at that replay again. The lower snap, looking across the middle. Good position in front of the defender. Just needed Pineview Panthers with just about 2 minutes left to go in the first half. 21-17. We will take a quick break. We'll be back right after this here on the Fan Sports Network.
Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Back at it here after the Pineview Panthers get on the board again. Lots of scoring here in the first half. 21-17. We've seen one punt that I could think of, and it was horrible. It was a bad punt.
Yes.
The kickoffs have been great, most of them going for touchbacks. So we're seeing some good boots out there. Just that one punt was a little lackluster, we'll say. This one will come back out to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, again, a lot of offense. Kind of like you mentioned, it kind of looks like the first week of high school football where the offenses were humming. You had a 64-62 game out at Snow Canyon last week. Pineview put up 40-plus points at Manti last week.
Yeah.
So, again, the offense has really figured it out. It's the defenses that are trying to play catch-up. And like we mentioned, usually it's the other way around to start the football season.
Absolutely. So here we go on first down. Looking for the handoff. Reds have been loving the run game over the course of the last couple of offensive stances, and they'll start off with it again here on first down.
Yeah, no reason to stop it. I mean, you're only down 21-17. A minute and 40 to go in the first half. You might steal a couple passes here towards the end of the half, just try and get into field goal range or get in the end zone, but why? No reason to stop the run game.
2nd and 7. Under a minute and a half to play. Pump fakes. Pulls it back out. That one was passed low. Riker James was the intended receiver, so it'll bring up 2nd down again. The Panthers have seen themselves on 3rd and long here on the defensive side and have done fairly well with it. Biggest thing here, keep those penalties free, make the stop, find yourself in good field position to start another drive here with a minute left and try to score again before the end of the first half. I'm sure that's what the Panthers are looking at. For the Reds, of course, it's keep the drive alive and try to get something on the board before the end of the first half for yourself. It looks like there might be a timeout here from the Panthers. They will indeed take a timeout. So, with that timeout, we'll take one ourselves, a quick one. We'll be back right after this. It's out of our Boulevard Home Game of the Week.
Relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Cedar Reds marching their way back out onto the field. Timeout was taken by the Pineview Panthers, brought to you by Udine and Associates. Give Luke Udine a call, see how much you can save on your home, auto, and life insurance. And looks like the Pineview Panthers coaching staff saying, hey, we want you here, not here. Trying to direct traffic a little bit. And we're underway on 3rd down. They send Collins in motion, looking to pass. Pressure coming there. There's nobody home. He had to dump that one off. Good defense by the Panthers.
Yeah, really good defense, staying home, keeping them contained, and you're going to force another punt here by the Reds. The last time they punted out of this scenario, the ball did not go very far, but then they were able to get a stop afterwards. So
that's right.
We'll see what happens here with this punt. Second punt of the game now.
Max Yoakum back to receive. Here's the snap. Rolling out. Punt is away, and that is another line drive punt. Taking a hop into Yoakum's arms. He's going to try to find his way through some defenders and gets his way across the 50 into Reds territory. So with under a minute to play, the Panthers are going to try to turn on that, we'll call it a 1-minute drill here with about 48 yards to go, it looks, until they can find themselves at the goal line. This is kind of one of those things that you always practice for, right?
Yes.
These, you call them late game situations. So in this scenario, we'll call it a late half situation where you say, all right, you got this many yards, this many seconds. You got to get it done.
Yes, absolutely. You got to know how many timeouts you have, what routes to run, all sorts of things.
And they're going to look to pass. Doman rolls away from pressure. He's going to look downfield. Couldn't quite find his guy. There was a lot of good pressure out there by the Reds. Secondary was stuffed up pretty well to bring up 2nd and 10. So on 2nd down, 10 to go. Panthers back at it. They got trips near side. Snap away. Pressure coming at Doman. And it's a fumble. Ball is on the ground. The Panthers got it back. But Doman did not see it coming off of that right side. Unbelievable.
Originally, I thought that was a screen pass because it looked like a couple guys came unblocked. There's some offensive linemen gave up on some blocks.
Let's check it out here again on the replay.
It looked like guys were leaving on a screen, but he just was not able to get the ball off, and he got hit from the front side, but didn't even see it.
So that hit came, and then of course a timeout taken. We'll keep it right here, but yeah, the Pineview Panthers kind of lost it on the block there, and hey, good opportunity for the Reds. This is what you clock. 24 seconds left.
Looks like Pineview still has 2 timeouts. So being able, like you said, being able to keep those in your pocket in case of another sack, good strategy.
So here we go, 1st and 10. Panthers, strips far side. Taking the snap, only rushing 3. Plenty of time for Doman. Nearly tripped up. He still has to get rid of it. He doesn't. Nobody home. There's nowhere to throw it. He wanted to just get rid of it, get it out of his hand. But the Reds were everywhere. There's going to be a timeout taken from the Pineview Panthers.
Yeah, Coach Hosmer's not happy about that one. That's one that you want to throw the football away. You just want to throw that one out of bounds, not have to burn that timeout. But yeah, he is fired up at his quarterback and at his offense right now.
Yeah, we'll keep it right here. Let's take a look here at that last play. And again, watch this. The Reds are only going to rush 3. Nearly getting it right here was Marsh.
And that's a throwaway now. I mean, he had 2 or 3 different chances to just throw that ball out of bounds and live to fight another day without burning a timeout.
Owen Burton, Stockton Street in on the sack. And it's now 3rd and long. And you're outside of field goal range. Unless their kicker's got an insane boot and can go for 57 yards. I mean, I don't know if you're going to get that one through the uprights.
Yeah. And you got to think Cedar's going to be playing guys at the goal line with how successful Pineview's been over the top.
Service, saving side of the freeway. At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make ssure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Flynn Group plays to win. From commercial to residential projects, we deliver the total building envelope. Roofing, glazing, and architectural metals. Championship quality every time. Flynn Group, we've got you covered.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the...
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Get the whole family moving with the City of St. George Recreation Department. They offer fun, affordable youth and adult sports for all ages and skill levels. Make memories, stay active, and get out and play. Sign up today at sgcityutah.gov/sports.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool. Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Visit stgeorgeutahvacationrentals.com.
Shop local, shop smart at Appliance Wholesalers Plus. Check out Cafe and GE Profile or Modern Glass, modern laundry sets, refrigerators, and more. Get the brands you want and the local service you deserve. It's always appliance season at AWP.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
In Beaver, Utah, just off I-15, there's a place where families slow down and make memories that last long after the trip is over. It's where familiar flavors, friendly faces, and simple moments come together. The Creamery, since 1952.
Today's game is brought to you by Buck's Ace Hardware, Fabulous Freddy's, Udy & Associates, Dealer Collision, and Finley Subaru.
Welcome back on in, everybody, to your Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Boulevard Home, making your house a home for over 50 years here in Southern Utah. We appreciate you joining us here tonight on the broadcast. We had some internet connection issues in the first half, and I think we figured it out. So we should be smooth sailing from here on out. Well, if you did miss the first half, let's recap it a little bit here for you. Of course, the score 21-17. The Pineview Panthers taking the lead, but it was the Cedar Reds striking early. We saw a score from the Cedar Reds, took it all the way down, scored, touchdown. Then we take it the opposite direction. And we see the Pineview Panthers. They take it, they score. Cedar Reds, they take it back, score a field goal, make it 10-7. Pineview Panthers, their next drive, all the way down and scoring, making it 14-10. The Cedar Reds answer back with a score of their own. Pineview turns the ball over with a pick. There was a few different things there. A little bit of a ugly section of the game for a moment, but some more scoring, of course, puts the ball back into Pineview's hands where they take the lead again, 21-17. So, of course, yes, the Panthers on top here. Ultimately, it's going to come down to defense, and I would also say cleaning up the penalties. There have been a lot of penalties here at the end of the first half of play. The second quarter needs to clean it up just a little bit more. So we'll see if that can happen for them here. But But again, it's Pineview Panthers game. They will get the ball to receive in the second half as well. So keep that in mind. The Cedar Reds started with the ball. Can they find a way to get back into it here? That's the big question. Can they find a way to get back into it and get things under control? So that is ultimately the goal right now of the Cedar Reds. Get back in control of this game, get things running, and of course try to find yourselves back on top again. Caden Formaster here with you inside the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth, bringing you some high school football on the Fan Sports Network. No better place would rather be on a Friday night. Now I will say earlier today, we did have a really fun opportunity where we went to Texas Roadhouse, brought you the Pep Rally Pit Stop, our very first Pep Rally Pit Stop of the season. And we saw, again, the Cedar Reds being honored, we'll say, as we're here in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth, Cedar Reds being honored with our inaugural Pep Rally Pit Stop, which was a lot of fun. So if you don't know what this is, 10% of the proceeds at Texas Roadhouse today go to Cedar High School. Not just the football program as well. We're just talking about it goes back to the school. There's a chance for the student bodies to find ways to also do things where they can sell stuff and make money for their schools in other ways as well. Every single school in Region 9 is going to have the opportunity to do this. Pineview High School is going to be our next one that will have a chance to do the Pep Rally Pit Stop. That's coming up this Wednesday. So keep that in mind. Pep Rally Pit Stop coming up this Wednesday. Proceeds to benefit Pineview High School. So if you are looking for something to do on a Wednesday night, go out to eat over at Texas Roadhouse. 10% of the proceeds for the day at Texas Roadhouse go back to Pineview High School. There's a chance that the school's going to be trying to do some fun stuff as well out in the parking lot. They have a chance to do fundraising that way. Every single school as well is getting rally towels. So we have some for Cedar. We got it right here for you, the Cedar Reds rally towels. We gave these back to the high school and said, do what you will with them. So the schools have rally towels that they are either going to sell or hand out or whatnot. So if you're a student at Cedar High School and you're saying, hey, I want one, go talk to your principal. That's who we gave the towels to. But we're doing stuff like that as well, which is a lot of fun. So keep that in mind. Definitely a lot of fun stuff to look forward to this year. Every single school will have a chance to have a Pep Rally Pit Stop. They're going to be every single Wednesday from now until we're done with all of the schools in Region 9. Pineview is this Wednesday, followed up by, I believe it's going to be Hurricane coming up the week after that. Then it will be Dixie, Desert Hills, Crimson Cliffs, and Snow Canyon. I think that's all. I think I got through all of them. So that's what the schedule's looking like. It's going to be a lot of fun. So join us for that Pep Rally Pit Stop. It's going to be awesome. We're excited to be bringing that one to you every single week if we can, right here on the Fan Sports Network. And yeah, it's always a good time. It's always a good time. So, all right, we are just about there, getting ready for the second half of football. A lot of football to talk about still with the second half about to be underway, as we are 6.5 minutes or so from getting out of halftime. Again, some of the things to look forward to here are realistically going to be looking back at that Findlay Subaru Star Watch, making sure that those guys that we talked about are going to be key contributors. And so far they have been. Maxie Oakham for the Pineview Panthers. We're seeing him hit up that Wildcat formation. He's a really good asset to have when you're looking for a short gain. You need a little bit of a burst. He can push through that defense and make that gain. So we're looking at him. He's going to be one of the key contributors that we need to pay attention to. And then on the other side, it's Braxton DeMille. He's also been that guy. Again, in the running game specifically, he's been the go-to guy here for the Cedar Reds. So taking a look at the Findlay Subaru Star Watch, Maxie Oakham, Braxton DeMille, I think both of those guys are on track right now to potentially receive that award. It just depends on how this game ends up. I would also say, too, take a look at the Pineview Panthers. Between, of course, Coy Doman, but Carter Buchanan. I mean, that connection has been there tonight, and it's been a lot of fun. So we'll see if that connection continues in the second half. For the Reds, Jackson Mann at quarterback has been phenomenal. Hunter Burgess has looked really good as well. I think you got to give both of them a lot of credit. And I think defensively, you got to look at Rake Marsh. He's been so good. So there's a lot of different guys that we can look at for our Findlay Subaru star of the game. A lot of options on that side of it, but we'll see. There's still a lot of football left to be played. We did get the chance earlier in the game to look at our keys to the game brought to you by the Creamery. So let's take a look at them now here. Keys to the game for the Pineview Panther was to stop the run. Braxton DeMille's a real threat. That's really where this comes into. You've got to make sure that you're stopping the run. For Pineview, it's also figuring out a balanced attack. Right now, they've been a little more pass-heavy. Last week, they were a little pass-heavy in their game against Manti. I do think it's important for them to try to have more of a balanced attack because the Reds can really take over on the defensive side and say, we know what's going to happen. So we're going to try to make that stop. And right now the stop is to secure the secondary, and they've done a good job of that. So for Pineview, they've got to have a more balanced attack. Home field advantage, I think, is always a big thing, taken into account that we are in sunny St. George. It is hot out there. Try to play aggressively. Try to keep it up tempo. And really just feed off of your fans. Make some big plays, feed off of your fans. For Cedar, it was pressuring the quarterback. Again, this is a heavy passing team for Pineview. Can you do that? Well, they have. So far, they're holding up to that key of the game. They are pressuring the quarterback very well. Find a rhythm. I think at times they have that rhythm, but they've gone to some very long third downs a few too many times, if you ask me, and they've got to get that figured out. So they've got to make sure to pull back on that and find a little bit more of a rhythm, get first downs, continue to move the ball. Watch the deep ball. Pineview is, again, they're a good passing team. I think you got to watch out for that on the defensive side. I think for Cedar as well, maybe that could even be an offensive key to the game. Watch for that open deep ball. I think there have been times that it's there. We saw the first score of the game was just that. There was an open deep ball. So try to watch out for that. Make sure that those plays are happening. Those are your keys to the game. Brought to you by the Creamery out in Beaver, Utah. If you've never been to the Creamery before, you've got to stop. I think everyone knows about Beaver's legendary squeaky cheese. If you haven't heard of that, then you're living under a rock, because I think anyone I know has had at some point squeaky cheese from Beaver. If you haven't, that's the place to get it. Stop by the Creamery next time you're on your way through I-15 and in Beaver, Utah. So those are your keys to the game. Taking a look at some of our great local sponsors that are bringing us Region 9 football, like D1 Training, one of our new sponsors, and they're coming soon to St. George, so you got to make sure to sign up for D1 Training if you have a child that is looking to be an athlete that wants to accomplish their athletic goals. D1 is going to be the place to do it. Help your athletes start strong, finish stronger, train for the next level with D1 Training. Look them up online and find them here, coming soon to Southern Utah. Also brought to you by Bucks Ace Hardware. Check out Bucks with their multiple Southern Utah locations, 3 convenient locations across Southern Utah, especially with weather changing. You always need something for the yard. You always need something for your house, and Bucks Ace Hardware is the place to make sure that all those projects get done. Also, Mountain Mike's Pizza out in Hurricane. We were looking for local legends and our Mountain Mover of the Week, and whoever that is going to get a Mountain Mike's pizza, which is amazing. So we're looking for the guys who are, the practice squad guys, the ones who put in all the work but maybe don't get all the glory. They are the ones that are truly out there moving mountains. That's our Mountain Mover of the Week. All right, we're going to step aside, take a break. When we come back, coming at you with the second half of football here on the Fan Sports Network and inside of our Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Don't go anywhere.
Relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Scooter's Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee. Anytime is a good time to sip and smile. Scooter's Coffee, open 7 days a week.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Get the whole family moving with the City of St. George Recreation Department. They offer fun, affordable youth and adult sports for all ages and skill levels. Make memories, stay active, and get out and play. Sign up today at sgcityutah.gov/sports.
Today's game is brought to you by Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, Sport Court, Scooters Coffee, Red Rock Real Estate, and Best Friends Animal Sanctuary.
We are back for a second half of football here from Pineview High School. We appreciate you joining us there for our halftime show. Brought to you by the Pickle Pad. Check them out. It's a brand new facility here in St. George. Right next door to Staples in the old, what used to be Down East. Check them out. Indoor pickleball courts, places to eat, all sorts of good stuff over there at the Pickle Pad. Great drinks, great food, games, plenty of fun had. And it's opening this October. The Pineview Panthers are going to be receiving this kickoff from the Cedar Reds. Back in your broadcast booth here as well. Caden Formaster, Max Christensen on the broadcast with you. And looks like they've pushed both teams back to the sideline. I'm not exactly sure why, but the officials are going to talk at midfield for just a moment. And then we'll get underway. And maybe they're saying we didn't give you guys proper warm-up time, but I think these teams are just saying, we're ready to go. Let's go play some football.
It's warm enough outside.
Yeah, I think the warm-up is, maybe that's a term better used for different weather.
Right. Yeah, hey, they're just warmed up by running onto the field. You're like, hey, my muscles are loose. I'm ready to go. There's nothing left.
That's exactly right. So, yeah, we'll see what they do. We got some quarterback action out there on the sideline, as you can tell. Hanging out again in the broadcast booth here, brought to you by Grass Creek Construction. And, of course, we're getting ready for second half of football coming up. Pineview Panthers have led the way here. And both sides offensively looking solid. Just defensively, some work to be done.
Absolutely, yeah. Defenses need to be able to get some stops. You know, Cedar created one turnover. I'm sure Pineview, that's going to be an emphasis coming out of halftime. Get not only stops, but turnovers as well. Establish momentum. Get your offense in good field position, all the things, but the offenses haven't really needed it. They've scored a bunch of long touchdowns, a bunch of big-time plays by guys on both sides of the ball in the offense. But like you said, it's defenses that who gets the last stop is going to come down to who wins this ball game.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we will see who that may be coming up here shortly. Again, just coming out of halftime right here with plenty of time left to play. I mean, that's kind of the big thing right here is there's still so much time left to play, a lot of game left for us. So who knows? Who knows, right? Yeah. What's going to happen? As the team now takes the field.
You got to be thinking with Cedar kicking this ball off to start the second half, they're really putting an emphasis on, hey, we need to get a stop. We need to get a turnover. We can't go down by 2 touchdowns. With how well both offenses are playing, you need to be able to keep this game close, keep it within 1 possession, because if one of these teams gets a possession of 2, gets a lead of 2 or more scores, it's going to be pretty hard to catch up with what both teams are doing.
Absolutely. So here we go. Finally back into the action. The Cedar Reds underway with kickoff here in just a moment. Kickoff's brought to you by Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab, Utah. Go stop by. And so many animals out there in Kanab, Utah you can go say hello to and maybe take home your best friend. This kick is back and will go down for a touchback. So again, 21-17 on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Score over at Desert Hills Timpanogos. That score right now is 22-7 in the fourth quarter, with Desert Hills on top. Timpanogos got that early score, and since then it has been all Desert Hills. And we are back at it here. Snap away. First play of the second half, and it's caught. Taking it to the sideline, gaining about 7, Russell Jacobs.
Not a bad start for Pineview coming out into the second half, and of course they start through the air, as they had so much success doing in the first half.
And that was kind of one of the keys to the game here, too, was making sure to establish both sides of the ball. They do like to pass. Cedar has to be ready for that, and it looks like they're setting up for a pass play again here with 5 receivers. On second and short. Only 3-man rush. And circles back around. It's enough for a first down. Maybe if he can get back, as he takes it all the way from one side to the other. And a horse collar tackle's going to get a flag called. But Max Yoakum running all around for that one.
Yeah, pretty impressive creativity by Max Yoakum on that play. Circling all the way across the field. And like you said, ends with a horse collar tackle on 15 more for the Panthers.
Yeah, that was crazy. Let's check it out here. As the pass all the way over, picked up at 30 on the far side. Took a jab inside, saw a bunch of blockers, said, I'm going to go around every single one of you. And then he gets brought down at about the 50. The flag comes in, and this is a big penalty. That's a 15-yard penalty, so they will put it all the way at the 35-yard line. And it's Max Yoakum again, catching this one at the 25. And it takes a whole host of Cedar Reds to take him down after he's going to move the chains one more time. So set up now just on the other side of the 25. Tight formation going handoff. Trying to burst through and gets really far, and it's going to be enough to move the chains again. 11-yard gain.
That's probably the best run play that the Pineview Panthers have had all night long.
William Hatch again. I mean, this is a senior running back. Seeing a lot more minutes this year than I think we saw him last year. I think we're seeing him more this year than I think I've ever seen him. And that's going to be a flag. That's going to go against the Reds. Man, the Reds are struggling right now.
Yeah, sometimes when it rains, it pours. You've got to do something, anything, to stop that momentum.
So, first down again. Gave him an extra 5 yards. 1st and 5 from the 10. Red Rock Real Estate red zone here at the 10-yard line. Snap is away, gonna pass it off. Yoakum takes a jab in, back into the middle. He's still on his feet. He's close, but he's a yard shy of a touchdown. Still, it's gonna be a 1st and goal now for the Pineview Panthers. Good play here by the Panthers to, again, just put themselves in a good spot, good territory. 1-yard line, handoff, Hatch, can he get there? The defensive stop was on. Rake Marsh is again in on every single play. I mean, this guy's got to be our defensive player of the game for the Cedar Reds.
You got to be looking at him as the best defensive player on the field for the boys in white. Looks like they're going to go Wildcat again for Pineview.
And it's Yoakum trying to follow some blockers. How about just push it on through Max Yoakum? And we've got some extracurriculars. How about that? We love that.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to throw a flag in the area of holding and also a flag after the play as well for some extracurriculars in the end zone. So we'll see what this yardage looks like.
Yeah, we'll see indeed. I mean, did the flag come before or after the score? I mean, obviously the one with the extracurriculars absolutely coming in late. And they will say it is going to be a holding against the Panthers, so that will bring them back a little bit. And then we've got another one. Those two will offset.
Yeah.
2nd down.
So yeah, double personal fouls on Pineview and Cedar, and that holding is going to back them up 10. So this is kind of the momentum Cedar wants right here.
Yeah, that's a good momentum shift.
Trying to stop the dam, trying to stop the bleeding here. I mean, you know, you were 1st and goal on the 1-yard line. Now you're looking at 2nd and goal from the 12.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Well, especially after giving up so many yards. You know, I mean, this has been the opening drive of this second half. And so far, so good for the Pineview Panthers. If they can avoid a few more flags here, we'll see what happens. As Coy steps up, Doman with a solid gain. It'll be 3rd down, and it's about 6 to go here on 3rd and goal. You know, Doman's been a fairly elusive quarterback, and I know that he's kind of a pass-first quarterback, we'll say. But when pressure gets to him, there's been a few times he doesn't quite get away. He's still young, don't get me wrong. But there's moments where he's looking a little light on his feet.
Yes.
He's looking to pass here. Snap is away. He's going to roll off to his right side. Pressure coming at him. And he's going to throw it into the end zone for a pick. They'll bring it back out. And go down around the 12-yard line. Pick taken.
Again, it's like we talked about. You want something if you're Cedar to give you momentum, but that ball toss there by junior Bloomingfield Togi after the pick is going to cost the Reds 15 yards, going to back them up.
Really, it's going to be half the distance to the goal, I assume, when you're sitting at the 12-yard line. But I get it. You're excited. You want to go out there and have some fun. And they're going to call it taunting. Let's look at the play one more time, though. Why not? Snap was away. Rolls out to the right side. Pressure was coming at him by the defense and throws it right into Bloomfield Togiai's hands. And that's where the flag comes out, is the toss into the air.
Yes.
You know, I'm torn by some of that stuff because I understand the excitement. You're excited. You're going to do stuff. It's always when you're doing it in the face of the other team where I'm like, okay, I can see where that's a bigger issue. But if you're just doing it for your own team's enjoyment,
yes,
I'm not opposed to keeping the flag in the pocket.
Totally agree.
Keeping it on the ground here, and that's DeMille, who will push forward for a solid gain of about 6. He's been great for the Reds. And kind of their secret weapon coming into this season. I wasn't really expecting him to be as big of a contributor as he's been. I knew he'd be good, but, man, he's been phenomenal.
Yeah, really, really good tonight.
So Pineview, that was their opening drive. Took it all the way down. A holding call took away a touchdown. And now no score at all. Throw the ball into the end zone on a pick.
Yep.
Can Cedar Reds answer? Play action. Looking to pass deep. Does he have someone downfield? Unbelievable catch. Unbelievable Hunter Burgess. How does he get there in time? That is crazy.
Cedar's been pounding the rock all night long, but they've had 2 plays over the top behind the Pineview defense that have been huge for them. Get you out of the shadow of your own goalpost and set up a great drive right at the 50-yard line for these guys.
That was insane. Handoff. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. And that was number 52, Titan Delos.
Good play by the defensive line up front. They've had a time a little bit stopping the run, so that's a good play, good sign for Pineview to get a TFL, at least a tackle at the line of scrimmage by one of their defensive linemen.
So again, on now 2nd down, you take one big play for Cedar, you take another big stop for Pineview. I feel like nobody's fully gotten momentum going here in the second half. We'll see what happens here. Man's going to go for the pass. It is caught. Makes a guy miss. Coming from behind, getting the tackle. But not after the first down is taken to the 30.
Yeah, Cedar's starting to pick it up a little bit more in the passing game after keeping it on the ground so much in the first half. They're starting to see a little bit of weakness by the Pineview Panthers defensive backs.
So the Cedar Reds get back at it. Slow formation here now as they finally step up to the ball. And they'll send 2 receivers wide, 2 running backs right now. On either side, they'll hand off to DeMille. And DeMille will be wrapped up immediately by the feet, taken down back at the 30, no gain. And good stop by Delos again.
Yeah, made another good play there at the line of scrimmage. Looks like you got a Pineview Panther cramping right now. Again, it is warm out there tonight. Currently staring 98 degrees in the face.
It is warm. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. We'll take a quick break ourselves, shall we? Be back right after this with more from Pineview High School. 21-17 for this injury timeout. Again, we will be back right after this.
Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Ego got a little cramp going on. We hope that he's all right.
Utah, just off I-15, there's a place where families slow down and make memories that last long after the trip is over. It's where familiar flavors, friendly faces, and simple moments come together. The Creamery, since 1952.
Back at it here after the injury timeout. And it's always good to see a guy getting off under his own feet and back onto the sideline. You never want to see an injured player, but it's always nice when you see that they are able to get off the field by themselves. Does bring up 2nd and 10. Man, double reverse. How about that? Following a blocker, your quarterback as a blocker. We've got a flag. He's in the end zone. Hunter Burgess takes it all the way on the reverse.
Yeah, they're going to bring that back for a hold. Pretty good open field tackle by the offensive player for Cedar there. So they're going to bring that, pretty obvious hold there in the open field.
And as you mentioned, yes, it was a fun play, but
holding on the red.
You got to bring it back. Let's take a look at it one more time here. So the reverse there. And, there's
the quarterback.
This is the quarterback pulling the no-no there, huh?
Jackson Mann. And, hey, to his credit, probably doesn't do a ton of blocking drills during practice, fair. I would guess.
Probably pretty fair. So that brings up 2nd down based off of where the flag happened. They gained a yard. So 2nd and 9. Here's a snap. Hand off to DeMille. Not much room to run there. Bring up 3rd and 9. Man, Delos has been in on a good handful of these plays here, especially in the second half.
He's kind of taken it upon himself to lead the charge in stopping the run for Pineview as they're coming out here in the second half.
Got to keep those yards to a minimum, I'm sure. You know, and it makes me curious. I always love to know what the coaches talk about when they're in the locker room. You know, what's that locker room speech at halftime? What's the point of emphasis in the second half? And I do think stopping the run game had to have been a decent point of emphasis because Cedar loves it. They're good at it. But they're going to go deep here on a pass, stretching out, and a flag is going to come in. So we will see. Again, this is realistically going against the Panthers here. And let's check it out here on the replay one more time. Holbrook Asphalt replay. Yeah, just watching him kind of riding that shoulder all the way down. Harris Orton, he's just a sophomore.
Yeah, kind of impede his movement from the point of contact, and then you can see he had that right hand inside the jersey pretty much the whole way down the field.
So they move the sticks. It is going to be a first down for the Cedar Reds and a chance to strike as they currently trail by 4. And it'll be a handoff to DeMille, pushing it through the pile, somehow coming out on the other side. And a solid gain for the young man, number 35, Braxton DeMille. Man runs over to get a quick word from coach and say, well, what exactly do you want us to do here? Heads back to the huddle with the information. And they set up again. Red Rock Real Estate red zone territory here, just on the other side of the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6. Here we go. Snap away. Handoff again to DeMille. Wrapped up quickly. Only a couple yard gain, but still a gain nonetheless for the Reds. We mentioned earlier, Max, Utah Tech football coming at us this week. For our friends up in Cedar, of course, SUU football right there as well. And both those teams, SUU and Utah Tech, moving over to the Big Sky. SUU familiar territory, Utah Tech brand new. But it's fun competition over there. You know, you're with those Montana schools who are phenomenal. The Idaho schools are a lot of fun. Throw in a few more somewhat local teams. Even Northern Arizona, not far from us, is part of that region. So it's going to be a fun conference.
Regionally, it'll be fantastic for both SU and Utah Tech not to have to travel back and forth to Texas, to North Alabama, things like that.
Keeping it himself, man. Nobody saw him, and he ran all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
You talked about Coy Detmer earlier being pretty elusive with his feet and looking pretty good when it came to scrambling and making things happen on the ground. And Jackson Mann doing the same thing. We saw him scamper for a 40-yard run in the first half. Now you see, the little zone read. The defensive end sucks up inside. Easy walk-in touchdown for the quarterback.
Watching that back again, he sold that so well. He went for the fake handoff, kind of just put the ball at his side, and he stopped for a split second as the extra point is up and good. I want to show it one more time here as the Reds now take the lead 24-21. Watch the hesitation. Stop, and now he goes.
Yes.
Just a little hesitation and then took off with it. He sold it so well. And the Cedar Reds are back on top on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. 24-21, third quarter, 3:09 left to play here. Going to keep it locked in for just a moment as we've got the Reds now kicking off to the Panthers. Want to thank some of our great local partners on the Fan Sports Network bringing us tonight's game. Nets on Fire. Of course, they are one of our premier training facilities in Southern Utah, building champions on and off the court. See what's going on at netsonfire.org. Game also brought to you by Desert Paint. If paint's keeping you out of the action, call a timeout, talk to the team at Desert Paint. So we go again, kickoff. This will be fielded at the 2. Brought back out into the middle, trying to slip through some defenders and gets to about the 20. Before he stopped, Robbins brings it all the way out, and now the Pine Panthers setting up shop again. If you're just joining us, the last time the Pine Panthers had the ball in their hands, they marched it all the way down to the goal line, thought they scored a touchdown, penalties brought it back out, and then they threw a pick into the end zone. And then the Cedar Reds just barely marched that all the way back for a touchdown. So Panthers probably feeling a little bit of vengeance on their hands right now after what has happened here in the second half. Stepping up into the pocket, pass across the middle, it's caught by Max Yoakum, and that's a first down and more. He still doesn't go down. Forward progression will put him at the 35.
This Pineview passing game is pretty impressive tonight. I mean, Coy Doman as a sophomore, standing in the pocket, firing passes left and right, up and down the field to a couple great wide receivers, and it's looked great so far for these guys.
Doman again trying to step up, pressure coming at him, dumps it away, somehow finds his guy, and that's going to be a first down and more. Unbelievable Will Hatch, who just drags guys with him, and we will see a flag on this play.
Might get him for a face mask there at the end.
Yeah, we will be seeing that face mask call. Check it out here on the replay real fast. We do have a timeout taken on the field. He gets caught up by the laces there, dumps it off, Hatch is there. And we saw just a hint of a face mask. And it looks like we also have an injured player down there as well. So looks like it's just a stretch job is needed.
And a 15-yard penalty.
Number 15, Logan Robinson. And Robinson will head back over to join his teammates. If you've ever had cramps, they're not fun.
Not fun at all.
Those quad cramps are not great. The hamstrings, I mean, you tell me whatever it is. that's cramping up on you. Ooh, this heat, you're already drained of energy and dehydrated, trying to keep yourself going here late in the game. 2:30 left. Man, got to stretch that out.
I'm surprised we haven't seen more cramping throughout this game. So, but this is about the time it starts. Usually hot. It's the third quarter. You start to wear down a little bit. Need a lot of liquids.
Pass over to Yoakum, and that's going to be good, and he still doesn't go down. Max doesn't ever want to go down. He'll get stacked up and pushed backward before he ever gets tackled.
Yeah.
Second and 4 for the Panthers.
The 2nd and 4, they're going to move it quick here. Here's the snap again, looking to pass. Across the middle, overthrown, it's caught for an interception again at the goal line. Unbelievable. That is Hunter Burgess again. I mean, we were seeing him time and time again on the offensive side. How about getting it done on the defensive side?
Yeah, originally it looked like Coy Doman was going to overthrow everybody, but the safety there for Cedar was able to catch up to the ball and make a great play.
Man, unbelievable to have had it happen twice. It's not every day you throw a pick. It's not every day you throw a couple. It'll happen. It'll happen. But to throw 2 of them at the goal line, oof, that's so hard. That is so hard to wrap your head around, and then just to come back out next offensive drive and try to keep fighting.
For sure.
But now it's time for the Panther defense to try to make something happen, as Cedar is going to try to strike while the iron's hot. It's Braxton DeMille again on the ground, picking up about 8.
And now they have the lead. All you want to do is pound the rock, waste some time a little bit, take time off the clock. We're less than 2 minutes. We have 2 minutes left to go until we hit the fourth quarter. Wouldn't be surprised if Cedars tries to run out the clock into the quarter.
I mean, so far, this quarter started 21-17. As much offense as we've seen, it really has been short chunk yardages here and there. Penalties might push it back a little bit, but the clock has been running. As it's DeMille again, man, he is absolutely pounding the turf right now. Like you mentioned, let's see if this goes to the end of the quarter here where they just continue the run game. And, I mean, do you try to keep it on the ground, try to keep the same thing going in the second, in the fourth quarter, and try to score another touchdown that way, get yourself up. Right now they're up by 3. Can you find yourself up by 10 and let the clock keep on running? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I would say if you're Cedar, as long as you have the lead, you're feeding these running backs, you're letting that offensive line go to work, and again, 3, 4, 5, 6 yards in a cloud of dust.
Snap away, and this time it's Man himself on the QB draw. Falls forward for a gain of, man, they're going to be really generous here and give him 10.
Oh, wow.
Let's check that one out, because, yeah, they were quite generous in that ball spot, moving the chains. I thought elbow went down about a yard before that.
So did I, yeah.
But they're the ones on the field, not me.
100%.
So here we go, 1st and 10. Going to give you some updates coming up here in just a little bit across Region 9 after this play, and that'll bring up nearly the end of the third quarter. How about we bring you those updates coming back after the break between the third and fourth quarter. 24-21, Cedar leads. They're going to flip the field. And the Reds, we'll see if they can continue their second half dominance with an offensive drive one more time. Fourth quarter is coming up for you here on the Fan Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy. Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Draw! Cedar Red's going to take it on the draw, and man goes down quickly. Nowhere to run there. And it'll bring up 3rd down and plenty left to go. Let's take a look at across Region 9. These score updates brought to you by Flynn Companies. Canyon View currently leads Dixie. Last score was 28-20. It was 28-6 at halftime, but Dixie is starting to mount a comeback, back-to-back touchdowns in the 3rd quarter. Also, the last update I saw, Desert Hills was leading the way as well. And we do have a flag on the play. Too many men on the field for Cedar, so that's going to get pushed back. So they're going to get him for too many guys in the huddle over there. And score right now 22-13. Desert Hills leads the way. One. And they're trying to get the correct amount of time on the clock. They're going to give them 11-18. There we go. 3rd down, looking for a stop. The Panther fans trying to will their team. Man, look at a pass, and he's hit as he passes. Ball is in the air. A lineman catches it and goes down with it. They lose yards. When was the last time you saw a play like that, Max?
Wow. The saying on defense, tips and overthrows, gotta have those. But hey, the next best thing is a 4th down punt if you are the Pineview Panthers. Kind of a wacky play, but coming right at him, right on his front side. Man doesn't see it coming, and, you know, lineman wanted to live his heroic dream for a second.
So Yoakum goes back to receive. Another punt here from Cedar, and this does feel like the momentum has shifted over to Pineview. They just have to capitalize on it, and right now the offense is yet to do that here in the 2nd half. Here's the snap, looking to punt. This one, the highest punt we've seen from Cedar. Fielded at about the 15. No fair catch from Yoakum. You wouldn't expect anything less from him as the ball is out. And the Cedar Reds recover. Jacob York jumps on top of it. The Reds will have the ball in the red zone.
That's one of the toughest things when you're carrying the football and you get wrapped up by somebody else trying to break that tackle. You let the ball go a little bit loose. Great initial tackle and then rally. What a swipe at the football. I think that was number 2, Colton Burgess. He's been making plays all night long for Cedar.
Yeah, Burgess. So Hunter Burgess comes in, swipes the ball away, and then York comes in and jumps on it. You can't ask for more from your special teams right there. I mean,
that's teaching tape. That is picture perfect. Going to be showing that film, being like, guys, this is how you do it.
This is how you do it. And DeMille will pick up a few yards. I think also this is partially scouting, right? You've been watching this guy. You watch number 2, Max Yoakum, who, to his credit, never wants to go down, right?
Yes.
Maybe there are times you should. I'm not saying go down, but ball protection is really important. I know you want to fight for those extra yardage, but you've got to be really careful about your surroundings.
Sometimes it is okay to concede and live to fight another day instead of get 2 more yards.
Yeah, and in this moment, we see Watt as the Cedar Reds are able to strip the ball away and get it back in their possession. Snap is away, another handoff to Mill, and this looks like this is going to be the Cedar Reds' MO from here on out, is try to continue to move the chains on the ground and keep that clock ticking as long as possible. And this might be enough to make it first and goal here. It will be 1 yard shy, just barely shy of it, 3rd and 1. 9:50 left to go here in the 4th. The Panthers backs against the wall with the Reds leading the way, 24-21.
And like we talked about, a 2-score lead in this game could do a lot for whatever team decides to take it. This is a big time for Pineview to try and force a field goal, and a big time for Cedar to try and go up by 2 scores.
Here's a snap. Again, looking to run. Is it enough for the first down? And it should be. And it will be indeed enough for a first down. So here we go again. 1st and goal for the Cedar Reds. And right now they're playing conservative football. Looking for those short gains. Keeping it on the ground. Keep the clock ticking.
That's what they've done best all night long, is keep it on the ground, grind these guys down, grind time off the clock. So what a better way to manage this while you have the lead, you're in the red zone, you're on your own 5-yard line. I honestly would not be surprised here if this is 4-down territory for the Cedar Reds.
Hey, you know what? Again, keep the ball in your hands as long as possible. We'll see what they do if they try to punch it in or if they try to keep it away from the end zone. You never know. Put a man in motion. Here's the snap. Man will roll out with it. He might pass this one. He will. To the end zone. It's caught. That's another Cedar Reds touchdown. And that's Nathan Tom, number 20, getting the grab.
Pretty good defense, but a better catch by number 20, Nathan Tom, on that route. Good job by Man on the move, rolling to his strong side. Good job by the offensive line, keeping people at bay. Pitch and catch. Touchdown. Again, Pineview is right there, but just a better catch.
And, you know, that guy was sitting in the slot. He went straight out, cut back across. And listen, that's one of the perfect plays for this scenario. Roll the offense to that side. Everybody else is rolling back the other way in the secondary as the kick is no good. And so it's a 9-point lead for Cedar here late in the 4th. Still enough that it's 2-possession territory for the Panthers. They've got to score, and they've got to score again. We'll see what happens. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back right after this here on the Fan Sports Network.
Writing local sports to unbelievable local deals, you can trust the team at Finley Subaru. Count on us for sales, all the right parts, and out-of-this-world service every time. It's Finley Subaru on the saving side of the freeway.
Game is brought to you by Finley Subaru, Honolulu Grill, Knits on Fire, Jersey Mike's, and Holbrook Asphalt.
So the Cedar Reds will kick off again after another score. They have been on fire here in the second half. Started this half 17 points. Trailing 17-21, and now they lead 30-21, potentially shutting out Pineview here in the second half, but now Pineview's got to try to make something of it.
We talked about it coming out of halftime. Turnovers was going to be the biggest thing in this game. What defense can get stops, what defense can make plays. So far, that's been Cedar. They forced 4 turnovers total, 3 in this second half, and again, 2 of them in Pineview's own end zone. To keep them from scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, you're talking about it. Two takeaways. You know, through the air, you're picking the ball off. Another one is you're able to get in a fumble. And this is a great pass through the middle and all the way down past the 40-yard line into Cedar Reds territory. Massive pickup of yards here for the Pineview Panthers.
And that's what Pineview needs, but it looks like they have another offensive lineman that just went down on the field, but way behind the play.
Yeah, that was Hila Falamiko, I believe, number 53, if I'm not mistaken. But there's the play again by Russell Jacobs, taking it all the way down inside the 40.
And I don't know how much they can afford to lose another offensive lineman. They already lost Elisa in the first half. The really good freshman, number 55. And now 53, Falanico goes down.
And he's not putting any pressure on his right leg right now at all.
And for a primarily passing team, that's huge for Pineview to lose 2 offensive linemen.
Play action here. Doman across the middle. Has the same guy again, Jacobs. And he'll pick up 15. He goes from picking up 42 to another 15. Keep moving those chains. Check it out here on the Holbrook Asphalt replay. Again, look at a pass across the middle. Right place, right time. Russell Jacobs.
And if you're Pineview, you don't want to be down by 9, but you have the offense that can get you back in the game quickly and move the chains pretty quick as well.
Back over is looking for the same guy, Russell Jacobs. Gonna bring up 2nd and 10. Pineview's moving really quick, and they have to. I mean, there's still plenty of time left for the Panthers, down 2 scores. But ultimately, you have to go and you got to score now. You got to make another stop. You have to score again. And that's a lot of work. It's an uphill battle.
And you also know, barring an onside kick, Cedar's getting this ball back no matter what. And they're the ground game. They're the ground and pound, wasting a lot of time off the clock.
And he nearly throws another interception. We're looking at almost another interception thrown to the same guy, Hunter Burgess, who got the last one. Check this out. Check out how close this was here again on the Holbrook Asphalt replay. Going across the middle and overthrowing Russell Jacobs. Snap away. Coming back to it, and the catch is made by Ben Reed. And he'll be a yard shy. It'll bring a 4th down, and this is territory where you have to go for it.
Yeah, I think it's almost a no-brainer. I get it. You're only down by 9. You can kick a field goal, get those points back, but I think this is a time to do something special here if you're Pineview and try to score a touchdown.
Max Yoakum is behind center. So you can expect he's going to keep it himself. He'll push forward, and he's close.
I think they're going to mark him short.
He is close, but they're going to say short. Cedar's pretty pumped about it.
Yeah, that ref on the Cedar sideline immediately marked him about a half a yard short when he went down.
We'll check it out one more time here on the replay. Yeah, he goes down. Ooh, that might be like a foot short as opposed to a yard short, but it's short nonetheless. Close. It was close. And so Pineview, another turnover. Whether it's takeaway or turnover on downs, either way, they are giving the ball back to Cedar.
And it's been Cedar's defense. That's the defense that showed up here in the second half. We were wondering which one was going to make such a big impact. So far, it's been Cedar who's made the most.
And now they have a chance to do it again on the offensive side. And here's DeMille pushing himself forward. Big gain there for about 5. He was our Findlay Subaru Star Watch, Braxton DeMille. And right now, they're just putting him to work. I think between him and Mann, I think that they're almost a coin toss for that award.
Yeah, I think DeMille has truly lived up to the billing. He's lived up to the hype of what he can be. I mean, again, such a hard guy to tackle. I don't think anybody's tackled him one-on-one all night long. It's taken 2 or 3 Pineview Panthers to get him to the ground every time.
Man, imagine what he could do if you got him in an open field right now. He's really just sticking to that running back role as he's going to take this handoff again. And he's going to get stuffed up right at the line of scrimmage, nowhere to go. But as you mentioned, again, it takes one Panther to kind of hold him still while some others come in and finish the job. And yeah, there's not a lot more that the Pineview Panthers can do here other than just say, hey, we got to work together as a team and take this guy down.
Absolutely. And with the time ticking down, you got to start using some of Cedar's strategy where if someone's holding DeMille up, come in and punch at that football, come in and strip at it, because with this clock ticking down a little bit, Pineview's starting to run out of some time.
Well, again, to find the Cedar Reds right now, the entire goal is run as much clock as possible, get first downs. You don't want to go 3 and out here. It's 3rd and 6. Potentially going for a pass play. Who they're going to try to go for, they went for a hard count trying to pull someone off sides, and it looks like we'll take a timeout. I think that was the play. Go hard count, see if you can get someone off sides. Didn't happen. Timeout taken. We'll take a quick one as well, shall we? With 5:49 left to play in this game, the Pineview Panthers trailing this one at home 21-30. Cedar Reds lead.
Shop smart at Appliance Wholesalers Plus. Check out Cafe and GE Profile or Modern Glass, modern laundry sets, refrigerators, and more. Get the brands you want and the local service you deserve. It's always appliance season at AWP. Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Today's game is brought to you by D1 Athletics, Desert Pain Specialists, Dixie Motors, Grass Creek Construction, and Flynn Companies.
Third down, about 6 to go here for the Cedar Reds. We'll call it 3rd and 5. Snap is away, man's gonna hand it off, and there's a big stop from the Pineview Panthers.
That was probably the biggest hit we've seen on the mill all night long. Wow. Look like that was number 41, Dallin West, coming in for his linebacker spot to make that stop.
Call it our dealer collision big hit of the game, shall we? That was indeed a big hit, big stop. And now the Cedar Reds will punt this one away. Now Cedar's punted, if I'm counting correctly, 4 times and too many men on the field. Too many men on the field for the Cedar Reds. They'll back this one up a little bit. It won't change the outcome. They're still going to punt this one away. But again, they've punted it 4 times. Pineview has never punted the ball. They've just had it taken away from them over and over and over again.
Yes. Yes, I mean, they had the 4th down stop. And again, you know, if my count is right, they've had 4 turnovers this game, 3 interceptions, and then 1 with the fumble on the last punt.
Yeah. So here we go. Here's the punt. And this one's going to go out of bounds. So no harm there for the Panthers. Last time that happened, again, it resulted in the ball ending up in Cedar's hands again. However, we do see a flag out there on the field. So whether this is a roughing the kicker call, I don't know. Maybe this is a roughing the punter. Based off of the flag sitting at the 3-yard line over there. And I guess we could try to take a look back.
That's huge.
Let's take a look back. Let's see what that looked like on the replay. Yeah, okay. Is caught there right at the tail end. Little contact. The penalty was declined. I think the Reds realized, hey, we have to punt no matter what. Even if we accept this penalty, we're still too far back. We're going to punt no matter what.
Interesting.
So let's just say this was a good enough punt and call it good.
Yeah,
I think that's just knowing your punter's leg and saying, it's at midfield. Call it good.
I thought roughing the kicker was always an automatic 1st down. So
rolling out with it, stepping up. Coy Doman, he's got room to run, and he'll slide down at about the 35.
You talked about that in the first half. Coy Doman, again, looks like a really good pocket passer. He's only a sophomore. He's still developing, but surprisingly, he's done very well with his legs. Again, he surprised me with as well. As he stands in the pocket, he moves really well in the run game.
And here we go again. As he's looking to pass, this one's going to go short. So incomplete pass, 2nd down, 10 to go. Both of these quarterbacks tonight have been so much fun to watch, especially considering you've got on one side Pineview Panthers, Coy Doman, a sophomore. On the other side, Jackson Mann, a senior. You got underclassmen versus your senior, and both have been a lot of fun. Mann definitely has shown that he's got a little bit more time back there playing some varsity football. But Doman's going to be here for a long time in Region 9 as he sits this one to the end zone, and a flag is going to come in late. Right there, as we had two defenders right in the hips of the receiver. Check it out here again on the replay. And there's the tug of the jersey.
I'll tell you what, that was a pretty throw.
That was a good throw.
I mean, his receiver's getting tugged on the entire time and still had an opportunity to make a fairly clean catch on that football. He put it only where his guy could get it. That was one of the best throws he's made all night long. And again, for him just being a true sophomore standing in there as a pocket passer delivering that kind of pass, very impressive.
I mean, we're talking about a kid that may not even have his driver's license yet. You know, we're talking, and he's throwing a dime like that. That's so impressive. Here we go again, play action. He's looking across the middle. An absolute dart down to the 1 yard line. Russell Jacobs has the Panthers in scoring territory.
And to that point, too, a lot of young quarterbacks are scared to go across the middle. Corey Doman's done it all night, specifically to number 1, Russell Jacobs.
Wow, what a pass from Doman. 2 big plays in a row. Yeah, he missed the mark on the pass interference, but here we go again. He's going to look to pass. No, he's going to keep it himself, and he's there. Doman is in for a touchdown. Coy Doman is just being that guy today.
Yeah, they've looked really good. I mean, you know, again, with his legs, with his arm, just making things happen, generating offense for Pineview has been very impressive.
Come on, Stockton. Go block it.
So extra point on the way. And it is good. Well, the game is not over yet. 4 minutes left to play. Panthers need to get a stop here as they trail by 2. We will be back right after this here on the Fan Sports Network. Stick around.
With Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Wilkinson's House of Lighting, Coral Canyon Golf Course, Appliance Wholesalers Plus, and City of St. George Recreation.
So the question, do the Pineview Panthers want to go for the onside kick, or do they want to go for a regular kick? And they back it out to go for a regular kick. Cedar was undecisive as well on what would have maybe happened. And that's going to be a bomb out to the end zone, bringing it back out to the 20 on a touchback. Man, this has been very entertaining fourth quarter. If you're just joining us, the Pineview Panthers, that's their first score of the entire second half. They scored late in the second quarter, got up by 21-17, and then it was nothing from there. Cedar came back in the second half and just absolutely has been wiping the floor with the Panthers. But the Panthers feel some life now, down by just 2. 1st and 10. There's a snap and keeping it. Nowhere to go, though. That'll make it now 2nd down.
Yeah, you know, all Cedar wants to do here is kind of just run the clock down as much as they can. If you're Pineview, you want to force a 3 and out. You want to force a punt. 1 first down here changes a lot of the football game.
You know, and this is always that territory where there's so many things that go through your head as a coach, because you're thinking, of course I want to run the clock down, but even if I run the clock down as much as I can, that's still a lot of time for the other team. And now you just got stuffed up on your first attempt at a run. If that happens again, and you're looking at 3rd and long, you think, man, do I pass right here?
Yeah.
Because I want to get that first down really bad. I don't want to give them any room to run. See what happens is, again, it's a play action. This is going to go back across the field and down. Really no gain, maybe a yard or two. And the Panthers are going to take a timeout. They'll stop the clock. And it's a 3rd and 8 coming up. So what do you do here, Max? What's your thoughts on both sides? If you're, if you're Coach Hosner, if you're Coach Hyatt for the Reds, let's start Coach Hyatt offensive side, 3rd and long. Do you say, let's just run the ball and take some time off? I mean, Hosner's sitting there with the timeout in his back pocket. He might just say, hey, we'll take the timeout, force him to punt, get the ball back.
If I'm Cedar, I'm looking at either a play action or a zone read. Those seem to have been the most successful run play / pass play for these guys all night long. So if you run it, you're forced Pineview to use timeout. If you pass it, you really have a chance to get that first down. And if you're Pineview, you're saying, guys, keep your head on a swivel. Fundamental football. If it's a zone read, stay home. Don't let man the quarterback run. Force up the middle to the rest of your guys. And if it's a pass, stay on top of the wide receivers.
Absolutely. A lot can happen here. Let's see what happens. On 3rd down, looking to pass, and nobody home. It's incomplete. And not only does that not advance the football, it stops the clock, keeps Pineview's hopes alive even further.
Was that tipped at the line of scrimmage? I don't know if that was just kind of a wobbly bad pass out of the hands of man, or if that was tipped by one of the defensive linemen for Pineview.
We'll take a look at it one more time here. Oh, I think it might have been. I think we might have saw a paw on that one. And there's the snap. Cedar to punt, and here it goes. Sky high, fair catch made. And arguably the smart move to make, considering what has happened in the past here for Pineview in this game. So the Panthers offense will take the field with 53 or so yards until they maybe see themselves in the lead again with 2 minutes, 52 seconds to do it. This is going to be a phenomenal last stretch here of this game.
And if you're Cedar, I mean, you want 17, Rake Marsh, his time to get the pass rush going, and Pineview again, you're going to sit back there and pass. Missing 2 offensive linemen, you hope Corey Dorman can stand in there.
And here he is now, stepping up. Looking to pass, gets it off, and that's Jacobs. He's there for a pickup of 3. And a timeout taken. We've got an injured player down there, and you hate to see this. Anytime you see an injured player, not good. Owen Burton, who has been so phenomenal for the Reds today, goes down, and looks like he just needs a good stretch, so that's a good sign. It looks so painful as he's trying to crawl to the sideline.
Yeah.
Then you're thinking, oh no, what just happened? You always assume the worst, and then you see him down there stretching out, and you're like, okay, that's a little bit more of a breath of fresh air.
Yep.
You can still tell he's in a lot of pain. Those strains don't feel that great.
Yeah, as you said, hey, the calf cramps, the hamstring cramps, they hurt pretty badly. And so again, we're going to see what happens here. If you're Cedar, you're kind of teeing off knowing that, hey, Coy Doman's been standing back there. He marched them down the field. You want to force him to scramble around, him to force him into another bad decision. All right, and again, up front, Pineview, you saw Helaman Falanico limp off the field, number 53. Yeah. And again, in the first half, Monty Elisa, the very talented freshman here for Pineview, looked like with an elbow injury in the first half. So Pineview's down two offensive linemen. This is the worst position you want that to happen in a time when you're down by 2 points, end of the game, knowing these guys are going to tee off and they know you're going to pass the football.
Absolutely. During the timeout, real quick, I just want to remind everybody our next pep rally pit stop coming up on Wednesday at Texas Roadhouse, August 26th. Stop on by Texas Roadhouse in the evening. We'll be there broadcasting on the Fan Sports Network. 10% of Texas Roadhouse proceeds to go to the Pineview Panthers and Pineview High School. So come stop on by Texas Roadhouse this Wednesday and come hang out with Pineview High School and the Fan Sports Network. Here we go. We're back at it. We're ready to rock. 2nd and 6. Doman, he's looking to pass. He's going downfield. Into traffic. It's caught. Somehow it's still caught. Carter Buchanan makes the grab.
Buchanan, Jacobs, Yoakum, all night long, those three have been the go-to guys down the field, one after another after another. Really impressive throw again by Coy Doman into traffic.
Unbelievable play. And the Panthers within striking distance. Here's Doman again, stepping back, looking to pass towards the end zone. Is he there? Touchdown Panthers! Pineview finds a way back after Cedar takes it away, and they now lead 34-30.
I'll tell you what, this kid Coy Doman, number 9 in black, impressive, gutsy. How confident are you as a sophomore? You throw 3 interceptions in a game, and the last 2 drives have marched your team down to overtake and take back the lead from Cedar. Again, as a sophomore, you think you'd be rattled.
Yeah, you think.
throwing 3 interceptions.
And here's the extra point. It is no good. It's still touchdown territory no matter what with a 4-point lead. But listen, that play right there, we'll watch it one more time. The back shoulder throw. The back shoulder throw. And to be able to turn around and grab that and keep the momentum moving towards the pylon from Carter Buchanan, just a textbook, fantastic play to keep the defense away from the ball. And I mean, listen, that's something he struggled with. He threw 2 picks right at the goal line. You knew he didn't want to do it for a 3rd time tonight. Kept that on the other side of the body, and it worked out for them. They now have the lead 34-30. Unbelievable.
Again, this 3-headed monster tonight. Number 1, Russell Jacobs. Number 2, Max Yoakum. Number 8, Carter Buchanan. They have come up time and time again in these big moments, and Coy Doman continues to deliver the football. It's been very impressive. And Cedar now has been very impressive on offense the last little bit. They might have to put the ball in the air, which again, they've been successful at, but only through setting up the run. So we'll see if they can get behind the defense with only 2 minutes left. You can't do this ground and pound like they have been. See if they can adjust a little bit.
And we have a kickoff, kind of a line drive, taking a hopper. That's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Now keep in mind, 2 timeouts remain for both teams. Each team has 2 timeouts left with the final 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go. Deuce is wild. Usually we say that in baseball, but we'll give it to football here today. And listen, the Cedar Reds have proven that the ground game works for them. That's really how they were taking care of things in the 3rd quarter and in the 4th quarter. They got their lead, and they said, let's just ground and pound it, and we'll see what happens. Well, it worked. They scored a couple of times. That's not going to be the case now. They're going to have to get it done through the air. If they want to be tricky through the ground, but you only have a couple of timeouts, you've got to score. So here we go. Snap away. They will go on the ground for the first play. And that's DeMille. Solid gain here. And I'm not opposed to it early in the drive.
Yeah.
If you score too quickly, you give Pineview too much time. You don't want to do that either.
Yes. Yeah, if it broke, don't fix it. You want to run this down to quadruple zeros, but you also want to have enough time to get in the end zone.
2nd and short. Handoff. No play action going across the middle. It's caught. That's first down and tripped up. But still, it is a first down for the Cedar Reds, taken to the 44. Mark it at the 45 for the Fabulous Freddy's first down. Clock continues to move. 1:25 left to play in this game. They trail by 4 to the Panthers. Man takes a snap. All the time in the world in the pocket, and he goes down, falling forward, gaining a couple yards, but there is nobody downfield. What good defense that was in the secondary.
Really, really good coverage by Pineview on the back end. They've struggled with that a little bit, especially in the first half, and they did a great job plastering the wide receivers there in the secondary.
Check it out here again, and getting in on the play there was Charles Wright, and getting the takedown. Timeout has been taken as well by the Cedar Reds. They want to stop the clock here with 1:07 left. You're looking at a 1-minute drill from midfield. You're standing right there on the logo. This is not an easy territory to be sitting.
Especially for a run-first team.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely a run-heavy team, as you mentioned. And Pineview's defense hasn't been all that great tonight, but they're finding themselves in a position right here where they're saying, all right, hey, you know what? As long as we can keep the ball from going out of bounds, as long as we can keep them from even incomplete passes. Sometimes you're like, hey, I don't know if we would want those,
Yeah.
Let them catch the ball, keep them in bounds, take them down. As long as it's short passes, right?
Absolutely.
And his play action again, in and out of the hands. That will stop the clock quickly, but it does bring up third down.
There's a flag on the field. Looks like they're going to get Cedar for ineligible man downfield. They had 4, if not all 5 of their offensive linemen 5 or 6 yards down the field on that pass. And that's what happens on a run-pass option. The offensive linemen don't know they're going to throw the football, so they're going to block like it's a run.
Oh, yeah, you had a guy standing out there on about the 50 or so. So they'll decline the penalty, which, at third and long, why give them second down again?
Yeah.
Go third down. And here we go. The Reds have to get a first down here. It is fourth down territory, though. And there's already a flag on the play. Through the middle, somehow caught. Unbelievable catch by Nathan Tom. There's a flag on the play. Let's check out the replay real quick before we see what the flag is for. Ooh, he went down really awkwardly on that leg, but he popped right back up.
I would guess that the fact they didn't blow it dead from the start. Wow.
False start.
Interesting. Usually when it's a false start or procedure, you blow the play dead.
Yeah.
So I assumed it was on Pineview, but hey, false start on Cedar. You're looking at third and long now.
Watch it one more time here. Let's see if we can slow it down just a little bit more. I didn't see much of a jump.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Unless it was on that receiver at the very, very bottom of the screen down next to the sideline, but
rolling away from the pressure immediately. Man, going to go for the pass. It's caught and it goes out of bounds. Doesn't gain the first down. But because of the penalty, it does take it to a fourth down.
Yeah, this is the ball game right here. If Pineview gets a stop, it would only catastrophe would lose them the football game. That's it.
And they do have a timeout if they wanted to say, hey, our run game's getting us the yardage we need here. We run the ball and take a timeout. You could do that. It's risky on 4th and 3.
It is.
They will look to pass. Man, going to keep it himself, push it forward. He's down, he's got the first down. And they're going to try to set up quickly and either spike the ball or just run a play. I would assume they'll spike. He's calling for spike. And that will do that. Spiking it down and stop the clock at 36.1.
Like you said, risky. As soon as he touched that football, everyone on the Cedar sidelines holding their breath saying, go, go, go.
He tucked that ball immediately as well, so he tucks and runs. And you can see the entire Cedar fan base on the other side just thinking, just go. Just get that first. We got a timeout. Of course, they spiked the ball. That was a good play as well to preserve the timeout. Because you never know when you're going to get caught downfield and spiking the ball is, it's not going to be there. You don't have enough time for it. So it was a smart idea. It does bring up 2nd and 10. Here we go. Snap is away, looking to pass. Pressure's there, and he goes down, and they're going to try to set up quick. Timeout taken instead.
Tristan Delos.
Wow.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say he's the twin of Titan Delos because they're both juniors, same last name, both playing wearing 50 and 52, look similar, playing D-line. Huge play for Pineview there.
And he throws the hammer down. How about it? Wow. That's arguably our defensive play of the game right there, if that's the thing that stops the Cedar Reds in their tracks. Making it now 3rd and long, of course, 4th down territory, as you said before. Cedar Reds have a couple plays left in them. But a late game sack coming in from number 50, Tristan Delos. You can't ask for much more if you're Pineview. You take the lead away from Cedar. You're making big stops. But listen, when you have a senior quarterback like Jackson Mann, you're not out of it yet.
Yeah.
He's got some great receivers back there. He himself has shown to be a threat. 3rd and long. Let's see what the Reds can do here on offense. Snap away and looking to pass. Across the middle. Is it caught? No, but a flag is going to come out on the play. Wow.
Gosh, dude. I know, that's why I'm like.
Let's check it out here. Wow, I mean, I don't know exactly what that was.
Yeah.
What do you see in there?
I'm not sure either. I don't know what.
Let's check it out one more time. Holding is the call against the defense, by the way. And I'm not sure where the holding took place.
And
it's hard to tell because we're zoomed in a little bit more there.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think they can be calling that on the receiver that the ball was intended to.
Well,
I would assume it would have to be on a different receiver that wasn't in the play.
It would have to be, but that's where the flag ended up, and I just don't understand where that ended up. It is 3rd down and about 5 to go. Low snap, man picks it up. Rolls out, pass. It was thrown to the sideline, just about out of bounds, so that'll bring up 4th down. I want to go to this one more time just to see if I can figure out where that flag came into play. And it must have happened right before the camera cuts over to the play.
Like you said, yeah, he breaks inward on the top of that route.
There must have been something there for just a second. And unfortunately, we don't have a multi-cam shoot going on today, so we don't have any more looks at that than the one that we've got right there. But it is 4th and 5. Let's see what happens. Cedar Reds, man, looking to pass. He's got it. They can't get out of bounds. But they still can move the chains, take some time. Now it's 15 seconds left. They got to try to spike it once that ball gets set. And the clock now runs. Spike it with 12.5. Still a decent chunk of yardage to go. 33-yard line. 32-yard line, should I say. Man, getting intense down the stretch here. Being that it is a 4-point game, overtime's not in the picture.
Yeah.
So no matter what, it's a win or lose situation for both teams.
Yep.
And with 12.5 to go, so much can happen here. And no timeouts for the Reds. Here we go. Man looking to pass. Pressure at his back. He goes down. He goes down. The Pineview Panthers get the sack. They set the ball. The clock will run. The clock runs and they spike the ball.
Number 50 once again.
And the clock stopped. I don't think it should have.
Number 50 once again, Tristan Delos on that sack that should end the game.
Yeah, that should end the game. Exactly. I mean, the clock stopped. It shouldn't have stopped. It only stops if you gain a first down and move the chains.
Yep.
So that's game over. I mean, this should be game over. They will end it on a sack. Which Crazy way to end a football game here.
Seriously.
Take a look at that play, that last play one more time. So the snap goes away. Yeah, getting there immediately.
Yeah.
You're saying 3 seconds on the clock?
They're going to give them 3 seconds. And I feel like 3 seconds is 3 seconds too much here.
For sure.
I don't think they should have reset the play, but we play on. It gives us one more play to see if anything else can happen. It is 4th down and 4th and beyond, we'll call it. 4th and 15. 3 seconds left. This is the final play of the game. Snap is away. They're going to look to pass. Pressure's coming at him again. And there's nowhere to go. That's it. The game is over. The Pineview Panthers are 2-0 and give the Cedar Reds their first loss in 2 seasons. There is a flag, however. But did the flag come after the game was over? Did the flag come after the clock hit 0? Intentional grounding, game over. That's the game. Okay, fair enough. So the Pineview Panthers do indeed win. Wow. Unbelievable end of this game here, Max.
Yeah, that's impressive. And again, we talked that it was the Cedar defense that bowed up in the second half and made all those plays, but it was the Pineview defense this last drive that ended the football game. And really, I mean, the Delos brothers, the Delos, twins who come up with a couple awesome sacks to end the football game here for the Pineview Panthers.
Let's watch the last few plays here, because if we're looking for our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game, I'm giving it to 2 plays specifically.
We are far from done here.
And I would say it's these couple of plays. Doman's shot downfield, caught at the 20. That play in itself phenomenal. But then they follow it up with this play. Doman to the back shoulder. Both of them thrown to Buchanan. And to me, that's our AWP Playmaker play of the game right there.
Yes.
That was phenomenal. Do you say Doman's our Finley Superstar of the game, or what are you feeling right now? Who's the star of the game on this one?
I would say, yeah. I mean, even, the fact that he threw 3 interceptions and still orchestrated the offense he did as a sophomore, keeping his composure to do that, very impressive.
Yeah, getting knocked down, getting back up again.
Yep.
Over and over and over again.
100%.
Making those massive plays down the stretch. Yeah, you got to give it to him.
Yes.
You got to give it to him. Our Finley Subaru star of the game as well. Yeah, I mean, impressive. And we're always looking for our Jersey Mike sub of the game. We had a few guys coming in on the offensive line, right? Credit where credit is due there as well, making sure that offensive line kept it up with some injuries. You got to talk about that. I mean, I really think it's just the offensive line.
Yes.
I mean, it's half the offensive line at this point.
Yeah.
Coming in off of injuries. That was impressive as well. So, all right, we're going to step aside for just a moment. Take a look back at this game, wrap it up. Our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Stick around after this short break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Game is brought to you by Buck's Ace Hardware, Fabulous Freddy's, Udy and Associates, Dealer Collision, and Finley Subaru.
Coach Hosner down there with the boys having a quick word and conversation to talk about this win. Coach Hosner coming back, taking the head coaching spot back over after a few years on a hiatus, and coming back and doing a fantastic job leading the Panthers to 2 victories now on the season. They will be back, of course, next week as well, right here at home. But let's talk about this one, Max, as we kind of put a bow on it inside of our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Of course, see why so many parents choose Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. You can make sure that your kids feel right at home with Dr. Cody. And you can, of course, check out that new patient special as well with a cleaning, exam, and x-rays for just $79. Give them a call, 435-656-0511. All right, as we wrap it up here, Max, let's get into it. Just some final thoughts on the game so far as the Pineview Panthers win this one, 34-30.
Yeah. The Pineview defense didn't play great, but in opportunistic and in crucial situations came with the stops they needed. Corey Doman's going to continue to develop at quarterback. Again, only a sophomore, made some poor decisions, made some amazing gutsy decisions as well. Right? The three-headed monster, Russell Jacobs, Max Yoakum, and Carter Buchanan, the wide receivers for Pineview, have potential to do great things this year. From the Cedar side, running game's fantastic.
Yeah.
They do a great job pounding the rock, time of possession, and playing good, opportunistic defense as well. Not rarely in a game do you force 4 turnovers and lose.
Yeah.
So they have a lot they can improve and build on, and just being able to finish drives, close out a game, but at the 3A level, they're going to be a lot to handle.
Oh, they will be. They're still one of the favorites to win the championship at 3A again, to repeat as champions. But there's still a lot of work to be done, as we saw tonight. And I would say that it's not even a lot of work. It's just, fine-tuning some of those things. They're
Absolutely.
close. They're right there. And Pineview is going to be a good test to say, all right, well, how can we do against guys that are maybe just a little bit more above where we're at the 3A to 4A level? But listen, Pineview's a smaller 4A school anyway. So, I think Cedar might even have a larger student population. So you might even be looking at it as this is direct competition of what we might experience in our region.
Yes.
As we're looking forward to playing teams coming up like your Richfields that are going to be really good this year and more. So this was a good test for them. They know that, all right, there's a couple things to work on. You're going to go back, you're going to watch film. The defense was great, especially in that second half. You got to do some better things in the first half.
Yes.
If it wasn't for all that first half scoring, 3 touchdowns from Pineview in the first half, they wouldn't even been close to really sniffing a comeback to what Cedar did in the second half. So you got to go back to that first half if you really want to figure out what you need to do better on defense. But still plenty to be proud of tonight if you're the Cedar Reds.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Pineview Panthers as well. 34 to 30 here is our final score. I would say for them as well, a few things for them. You've got a really solid future at quarterback. Your sophomore is great. You've got a good receiving core. I understand now why they really like to focus on the passing game.
Absolutely, yes.
There's a lot there.
Yeah, no, you really saw it tonight, and them being able to march up and down the field with the passing game looks really good. And Cedar being able to march up and down the field with the run game looks really good. Again, 2 pretty even teams faced off tonight, and so I think both have a pretty bright future with what they want to do. And again, especially Pineview at quarterback with Coy Doman. Look out for the future can hold for this kid. If he's already doing some of this stuff as a sophomore with not a lot of experience, wait till he gets a couple more games, a couple more seasons under his belt.
Yeah, absolutely. Want to make sure that we thank some more of our sponsors here and give them our appreciation for supporting Region 9 Athletics. RV Nation Repair, one of our newer sponsors here. They are going to be able to come out to you if your RV needs some fixing. Handles collision damage, fiberglass roof repairs, full-service bays at their facilities as well, plus mobile RV service that comes directly to your campsite as well. So if you need some help with that RV of yours, check out RV Nation Repair. And Dixie Motors, locally owned and built on honesty, trust, and treating customers right. Shop more than 20 vehicles under $20,000, including select vehicles under $10,000 at Dixie Motors. All right, as we're getting closer to wrapping this one up again, want to thank you for joining us inside of our Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Pineview Panthers win this one 34-30. Just want to see if we have any more quick scoring updates from around the region. Last I saw, we had Desert Hills win 29-13. Canyon View beats Dixie 41-26 as well. So that's kind of where we're at right now in Region 9 play. I haven't seen any of the scores coming in from games outside of southern Utah and around the state of Utah, but I do know Hurricane went down to Moapa Valley. We saw Crimson Cliffs going to Provo and so on, so there's a handful of other games going on. Snow Canyon in town against Lakeland Christian, so we'll get more updates on that. Stay tuned into the Fan Sports Network social media pages. We'll be giving you score updates and highlights and whatnot as the weekend continues on and into next week. So, Max, appreciate you joining me on the broadcast tonight. We will have more for you coming up next week as well. Plus, again, tune in on Wednesday. Pineview High School, you Panther fans, come on over to Texas Roadhouse on Wednesday night and join us for the Pep Rally Pit Stop. And make sure to get yourself some Texas Roadhouse and support Pineview High School. Want to thank Henrik on the camera. Max, it's been a pleasure. But for us here with the Fan Sports Network, we're out until next time. Pineview